The pros are doing it, I'm on it, and now it's your turn. Looks sketchy, right? Don't worry, it's not what it looks like. It's completely legal and it gives your brain an actual boost while gaming. Most gym bros and athletes have taken it for years to boost muscle growth and to improve performance. But it also improves your focus. Yup, it's basically a cheat code. It's creatine. It's creatine. Even though the brain is relatively small, it consumes a huge amount of energy. And that's where creatine comes in. It's an indirect energy source for your brain, especially under heavy cognitive load, like in gaming. Creatine helps top up those energy reserves so your brain, aka the neurons in it, can still fire when you really need them. That's at least the theory. However, the brain's actions are quite diverse, and creatine doesn't help in every area. But now to the exciting part. We already know where creatine can help the most. Studies from neuroscience suggest that creatine can improve memory, processing speed, and attention. But how does that translate to the actual in-game performance? Let's look at an in-game example in a post-plan situation in Valorant. First, memory. You're more likely to remember which utilities the enemies used during the round. For example, if they've already thrown their flashes, meaning you and your teammate can skip playing anti-flash and just hold a crossfire. That way you don't waste energy worrying about a flash that might never come. Second, processing speed. Imagine a full execution, but this time on the opposite side. 10 things are happening all at once. With higher processing speed, you can quickly sort through the chaos and find the right action faster. And the third, attention. You are able to hold an angle for longer. But if you want the scientific reasoning why holding an angle statically just sucks, you can watch the video up there later. So if you're now thinking like, hell yeah, I want to give creatine a try, there are two more things you should consider. First, which form should you actually buy? The most studied and effective form is by far also the most boring one. It's creatine monohydrate. There are a lot of super duper variations of creatine, but they usually don't live up to the hype. And sometimes they even showed worse performance, at least to this guy on YouTube. So just stick to the basic creatine monohydrate powder. If you do, don't expect magic instantly, because there's another important point. It's the actual dosing. According to this study, there are two main dosing approaches. A high dose approach of 20 grams per day for 7 days in a row, or a lower daily dose approach of 4 to 5 grams taken consistently over several months. If you had to choose between those two, you would probably aim for the fast results with the high dose approach. I mean, me too, obviously. But even then, I recommend you to start slowly to avoid digestive problems, because people usually want to avoid to shit themselves. Me too. Begin with just 5 grams added to the meal on the first day and see how it actually feels. The next day, add 5 grams to another meal and continue like this until you reach 20 grams a day. Do this for 7 days and you should already notice a difference. And after that, you should switch to the maintenance phase with a lower daily dose, like those 4 to 5 grams. So don't expect magic happening overnight, not even with the high dose approach. Unless there was one insane experiment where creatine legitimately behaved like a magic pill. Quick interruption, we're on our way to 500 subs. So if you like this style of content, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any science-based research and updates from Academy. Back to the magic pill. Researchers tested the effect of creatine on sleep deprivation. Participants did a cognitive test at the start and then again after several hours in the middle of the night without sleep. They did no exhausting activity during the night, they just stayed awake. And here's the catch. One group got a placebo, and as expected, the scores dropped the longer they stayed awake. But the other group, they took 20 grams of creatine and fully sleep deprived. In the middle of the night, they were able to beat their earlier scores. Like, how the... Now this doesn't mean that you can skip actual sleep and just take creatine, but it does show the insane benefit of taking creatine. Back to the initial statement, do pros use creatine? I actually don't know, but if you're a player or a coach, I highly recommend you to try it. And even though the research is still in early stages, especially when it comes to esports itself, you should definitely give it a try. And hey, if you're a researcher and searching for a new topic, I think that might be it. If you're interested in research about esports, let me know in the comments down below. Or join our Aim Academy Discord channel where we don't just talk about science-based aim training, but also support each other to improve day by day. Peace out.